Hey guys, Eddie here from UrbanCred.com. Today it's like around 9 o'clock in the morning. Just dropped my kid off at school, and now we're going to be heading to one of two trade shows for today. We're going to be heading to NYNOW. Hey, so we are here at the Javits. It's day 2. We're probably going to walk the show floor really quickly and then visit some of our friends and partners. After that, we'll take the shuttle to go directly to the second show, which is a Shoppe Object, which is in Pier 36. So let's get to it. So right here we have some battery powered lamps. They're cool because you can pivot their head to the direction you want to light the area, and the buttons aren't actually press power, they're more of a touch based power button. So it's kind of cool where you can touch and it'll adjust the brightness. Further along you see these circular lights in the background. They're kind of cool because on top you can recharge your device, and I kind of personally like these better because they just look more interesting. Right here we have some interesting candles. What's really cool and what I really like about the arts, they work with brands overseas to create the art, and these gloved Mickey Mouse hands that can be used for holding the candle but also covering the candle. Then you have some of these rechargeable candle lights, and they're really beautiful. It's like kind of a callback to when you wake up in the middle of the night and you can lift your candles and walk through the hallways to light the area. It gives off of ambient light, and it gives 3 different levels of brightness. Over here we have Project. They are based out of Taiwan. We've been partners with them for a while, and they've always been good at designing really cool and intricate design products that kind of fit our aesthetic. If you can see, they have some of their stuff on display, but we've been talking with them for a while, and they have some new products coming in soon that might blow your mind, so just keep tuned for those. So right here you see us walking into the second show of the day, Shoppe Object. I personally like the show a lot more because they have a lot more products and brands that kind of fit with what UrbanCred is all about, so you'll kind of see very soon. So we dropped by Bellroy first. Bellroy had a few new designs and new sizes in terms of their bags, so they're really expanding venture line this year. They also introduced a new color called Arcade Gray. You just saw it over there. It's like the white with the black background. There's kind of like mini tic-tac-toe designs, and then there is a little bit of like a small shoulder pouch, which is waterproof. It's very thin. I guess it's for lightweight carry. And then as you go around, you can see an adventure duffel. You can see different colors, new colors, and they really expanded on the venture line. And if you just see right now, we're zooming in onto the new Venture Ready Pack 26 liter. That looks really good. So right now we are looking at Craighill stuff. We've been partners with them for a while. They're kind of based out of Brooklyn, New York, so similar, sort of like neighbors, and we like to support New York brands as well. These guys are great at building these cool, intricate puzzle pieces, EDC items, and they're kind of expanding into home products and sunglasses, like accessories, as well as what you wear, and knives, like pocket knives as well, which is actually pretty cool. And I love how they use a lot of gold and brass in their products, so very cool there. And as we zoom out here, you'll notice that they have some new things on the wall. They first came out with these tote bags on the right, and now they're expanding into duffels and backpacks and slings. So right now we'll be talking with Hunter. He's the founder and head designer of Craighill, and he'll be going over a bit about one of the bags, the duffel.
So I mean, it's the same material kind of palette as all the other bags. So it's like that quilted Japanese nylon that has that really like kind of crispy water repellent finish on it. It's channel quilted with this spacer mesh on the inside that gives it some like body and stiffness, and because of the channel quilting, it has like almost a corrugation, so it wants to bend more in one direction than in another direction. And then we're using the biothane, the rubberized webbing, which is has kind of leather-like properties, but feels much more technical and contemporary. And it's like a kind of classic weekend size.
I definitely like this flap. This flap is really cool.
Totally. That's like there's all the little details that we borrow that are from finding that balance between classic, familiar construction and styles, and updated materials and details and stuff like that. But I was trying to figure out a way to keep the flap down. So we added a little gap here, which acts as a kind of a living hinge that kind of pushes it down, which I was very subtle detail that is. But so it's pretty simple. There's 3 open inside pockets that aren't zippered, but otherwise there's a volume. And then we have an end zip pocket here, and then it does come with a crossbody strap also. So it's got that end zipper, and then the crossbody strap. We didn't really want to have D-rings or big hardware on the side, just because I don't really like it, so we use this nylon webbing as the first attaching the crossbody. And then using the biothane also as a kind of structural and aesthetic kind of balancing and reinforcement. So that's the double.
Hey guys, so that was the show. The 2 shows, New York Now and Shoppe Object. Both were great shows to kind of visit and kind of catch up with some brand friends of ours and kind of see what's new or what's coming up. Some things we can't talk about, other things we can talk about, we've shown on the video. And what was really cool to me out of all the brands were definitely Bellroy. The new pack towards the end of the segment, I think it's a Venture backpack, 28 liters, which looks really good. I like the shape, and it just looks like it's a very comfortable carry, and it looks like it'll look really good on your back. The other one is Craighill, so it's interesting to see their take on the bag category. So I've seen their tote bag before, and when I first saw them, honestly, between you and me, I felt like the design was a little bit lackluster. It didn't really fit our kind of look and feel, and it wasn't something that kind of fit us. And I'm sure that for Craighill's customers and their fans, it fits them more. But when I saw the duffel and I saw the sling and the backpack up close, and especially the duffel and the sling, there were details there that you don't see in other brands. And that quilted material, I felt like it translated really well onto the duffel and the sling especially. So when those are released, definitely take a look at them. I do think that quilted material, after touching it, it felt really high quality. It felt nice. I like the nod to the Japanese kind of inspiration behind it, and I like some of the small details like the flaps, the feel of the handles, and I like how it's more. The overall product is very more natural compared to some of the bags that we carry, which are more technical and more man-made, right? Like X-Pack or even Cordura or a nylon, whatever it is. It's much more. It feels much more mechanical, And the bags that Craighill was producing and creating, I feel like those were a little more natural, a little more. It felt more closer to nature and more. More warm. Right, because the quilt and it felt more human. So overall, these are the kind of the brands I just love seeing. HMM, of course, I love their products, and I love seeing them at New York Now. They have some new products that are coming in, which is they're kind of branching out as well. So a little bit more light-based products. That's all I'm going to say, and a little bit more lighting products, if that makes sense, like lighting things with fire. But that's all I'm going to say. I don't even know if I'm able to say that.
But overall, I enjoy the show. I was a little tired in the beginning, and it was a long walk around the shows, but it was great, and I hope you enjoyed coming along and seeing some of what I have to do back end, physically, and kind of just how I meet these brands. And again, if you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button. Also, we have a podcast going on, the UrbanCred Podcast, on anywhere you get your podcasts. We're kind of making a season 2 now. We're focused on more, bag brands, travel brands, the people behind those, influencers, and just like some, people that love bags and travel and designer goods and these kind of cool things. So it's just definitely tune into that as well. Again, this is Eddie signing off, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.